Peace, peace. This is World Record Breakdancing News. YouTube, World Record Breakdancing News. This is also YouTube, Nabinur Teaching. I am your host, the most honorable Alphonse De Priest Noriego III. I am your host, Nabinur. Malcolm Gandhi of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Malcolm Gandhi of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Oakland Borough, is in violation and is in suspension. Malcolm Gandhi has been suspended from the nation of gods and earths. Malcolm Gandhi has been suspended from the 5% Nation of Islam. Malcolm Gandhi has been suspended from the Black Panther Party, Crips and Bloods. I have personally suspended Malcolm Gandhi. If you see him, do not accept him as a friend from Black Panther Party, Crips and Bloods, because he violated and called my friend the S word. My friend, my friend from blood. He disrespected my friends that are brothers of love against destruction of self. He called the S word. He called my friend from blood the S word. And personally, my teacher Mukadir, my fifth master in Islam in Washington State, Mukadir from Monroe Correctional Complex, has stated, to protect yourself, you need an ink pen. You don't need a gun or a knife or a weapon. You need an ink pen to protect yourself. So you can record everything that has happened in your environment. So Malcolm Gandhi is suspended from Crips and Bloods for stating and disrespecting different members, calling them the S word. He called my friend from blood the S word. So he's in suspension, in violation. If you see Malcolm Gandhi from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, do not befriend him. Community Revolution in Progress, Crips and Bloods do not respect people who violate peace treaties. We have a peace treaty between Bloods and Crips called Apples and Oranges. We have a peace treaty from Bloods and Crips titled Apples and Oranges, because oranges is icy. We have the C vitamin, cause respect to the Bloods and Crips. No one can call someone a so-called crab or a so-called slab without being excommunicated. Now, moving upon forward, to protect yourself from the coronavirus, you don't need a vaccine. You have to know that the United States federal government is making cerebral interface microchips to enslave orphans and not tell the orphans that they have a interface microchip in their head so they hear voices. There was a secret microchip placed from birth. There was a secret microchip that the government of the United States, FBI, placed in between the tooth, the back teeth, and you hear voices from a speaker in between your teeth, so they can capitalize upon your ignorance. You have gods. To avoid the coronavirus, you have gods that will protect you. You protect yourself from gods. Gods that are people, human beings. Angels that are human beings. You don't protect yourself from a vaccine created by the same victims of God. The coronavirus was made to destroy multiple governments, multiple human trafficking governments that place cerebral interface microchips in their brain at birth without telling them. When it comes to the angels, there are ranks of angels. When an angel dies, such as I do, such as you do, then their oldest son takes their rank. Angel Gabriel, 22nd rank of 24 angels. His oldest son will take his rank when he dies.
Please remember face masks or coverings are still mandatory to enter linked property and our buses. Please wash hands frequently and use hand sanitizer provided on each bus. Visit golinks.com/coronavirus info. Thank you.
Bus driver, I am here. Let me off.
Las mascarillas
here.
son obligatorias para entrar en la
This bus.
y nuestros autobuses. Por favor, la con frecuencia y
I can't catch that bus. You see it, no, that's no.
diagonal coronavirus info. Gracias.
Muchas gracias to the world environment of Black Panther Party, Crips and Bloods.
Lista recuerda, las mascarillas o cubrebocas son
We
obligatorias.
have a peace
para
treaty
entrar
called
en la
Apples and
propiedad
Oranges.
y nuestros autobuses. Por favor, lávese las
Much
manos
respect
con
to the
frecuencia
folks,
y usted
disciples, growth and development from Larry Hoover.
visite
Much respect,
diagonal
respect and
coronavirus
respect
info. Gracias.
to the Vice Lords. I am not a member of anything except the 5% of nation of gods and earths. Yet I am a member of the Crips and Bloods. But respect to all of the generations, every hood, every street organization, much respect. Respect to Latin Kings as well. Respect to Yakuza and respect to the Triad. My daughter, Zoe Lachey Walker, nicknamed Vicar, has been kidnapped by the FBI for 5 years because of my inheritance. My inheritance in Montego Bay City, Jamaica Island, of 2 miles of heroin. Not the 2 miles of marijuana growing, but 2 miles of heroin. So the United States FBI government utilizes my parents selling them heroin, and they traffic it. They traffic the heroin from
Google Play Store.
They traffic the heroin from Jamaica, Montego Bay City, to Seattle, Washington. And because I was the oldest heir,
Download the real-time Links Bus Tracker
my
app.
parents
Now
reported me
available in the
dead.
app or Google Play Store.
My parents reported me dead.
Download the real-time Links Bus
1997.
Tracker app. Now available in the app or Google Play Store.
My parents reported me dead 1997, so that they could share my shares of the inheritance, because I'm the oldest son. I would own all 54 businesses, motels, hotels, strip clubs, restaurants, cafes, bars.
Ahora disponible en el app o Google.
So they have my daughter, Zoe Lachey Walker, kidnapped for 5 years. Now she is 9 years old. They abuse her. They beat her in her face. They pump her with chemicals to make her disease. She has no nephrotic kidney syndrome. It was made in a lab at University of Washington College. by interns, some 16 and 17 years old. So protect yourself from the coronavirus by not supporting human trafficking. People who sell their babies at birth, at the hospital, at the mental hospital. Resolve Station in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, sells children, buys the children from surrogate mothers for $5,000. The surrogate mother will buy heroin and feed her addiction. Buy the heroin. She will sell the child for $5,000 out of her womb at the Western Psychiatry Mental Hospital located in Oakland Borough, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The child will become abused by parents who purchase him and falsify they are the parent upon a birth certificate. They are not the real parents. The surrogate mother who sold the child is the real parent. Just to support her habit and make a down payment on her car and pay her rent. It is incorrigible. It is incorrigible. Meaning, even if punished with a coronavirus worldwide, they still continue their enterprise of human trafficking children. Peace to the nation of gods and earths. Peace to the 5% of the nation of Islam. I am God. I am God. I used to be a Muslim, but now I am a God. You hear me? Me not Muslim no more. Me a God now. From the nation of gods and earths. 2122 Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard, address New York City, New York 10027. Heaven. Peace to the gods. Wallahi, nigga.